Right, so the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 and the DJI Action 5 Pro right here. First thing we're going to start off with is talking about the problem everybody had with the Insta360 Ace Pro 1, and that was minimal focus. Here we have 35 centimeters set right here, if you guys can see that. And we're going to check my face for sharpness, right? So 35 centimeters, yeah. Lens of the Action 5, a lens of this, and my face is right here. So we're talking about 35 centimeters right here. Am I sharp on both of them? I should be sharp on both of them. I've tested them both, and in fact the Ace Pro 2 is a little bit sharper closer up, like 34 centimeters. So Insta360 have gone and fixed that. Right, let's start off with a test everybody might be interested in. The Insta360 is about 2, maybe 2.5 seconds slower. And when we press stop, then we both have the option to touch the screen and stop it. Or DJI gives you 3 seconds, Insta360 gives you 5 seconds. In terms of the menu, they're both very, very similar. We now have right here, endurance mode. If you turn it on, what's going to happen is that all you have is video mode. You do have stabilisation, HDR, but all you have is video mode. Disable it, you basically stop it right here, and it goes up to 30, yeah? We also have underwater mode. So a couple of new things from Insta360, as well as new microphone settings, and, you know, Bluetooth still works on this. That's really, really great. A massive, insane plus on the DJI is that we do have internal storage as well as an SD card. I mainly film on the internal storage, so that is absolutely awesome. Basically, what I'm going to do now is take you on a half-an-hour journey testing these cameras in a various amount of everyday vlogging modes, my family on the seaside, on walks, and basically low light, a lot of crazy low light stuff, and extreme low light. You're going to have a look at it. You're going to see basically what every single one of these looks like. Now, so it's just not my face. Let's test 35 centimeters on something else. So let's put the focus here, and let's have a look at this pole right there. So that right there now should be sharp. If we have a look at anything else, let's have a look at the tree. Tree is normally a pretty good thing. So the tree right here should be sharp on both of them. And, you know, when I hold it, I vlog around here. So that's kind of my natural kind of vlogging distance. So I should be sharp on both of these. Anyway, let's get on with this very long, very detailed video. Well, it's not, I wouldn't say technically detailed, but you're going to see a lot of comparisons that will give you a very good idea of what these two look like next to each other. Underwater too. Right, it is morning, and what we're about to do is we're going to take the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 and the DJI Action 5. We're going to pack, we're going to drive to the seaside, and we're going to go to a very nice hotel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two cameras up against each other so you guys can see if there's any difference between them. So for the 360-degree lock, the Action 5 Pro has to be on 2.7K. The Ace Pro 2 can be on 4K, and it basically means that you can spin the cameras around like this. I'm doing it in the mirror so you guys can see. And everything stays upright. That's pretty freaky, huh?
O, idziemy.
Wow, look at that.
O, jest ptaki! 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 Wow! My jesteśmy na najwyższym piętrze!
Yep, let's go. 410.
A!
Whoa. Yeah, we can open it now, Oscar. Look at this place. How do these look inside? let's talk about the zoom on these cameras. We've got a couple of jacuzzis down there, which I really want to get into. With the Action 5 Pro, I have to press on the screen, hold it, and then zoom up like so. With the Ace Pro 2, I double tap the screen like this. Which one of these looks clearer zoomed in? Huh? So Oscar, show us your dinosaur. Oh. Does he have teeth? Show me the teeth. Oh my gosh, those look dangerous. Huh? Those look dangerous, those teeth. All right, I can hear the sea, and I can even see it. I love the Baltic Sea. The Baltic Sea to me is one of the most beautiful places ever, and it's windy. It is very, very windy now. So it's interesting to see how well the brand new wind muff looks like, or works like, or sounds like. Może, Mishu, może. Look at that, the seaside, Oscar. Yeah, it's windy. It is very windy. And there we go. That's it. I love this place. Alright, so over there is Orłowo. Beautiful, beautiful place with a cliff. And this is the seaside in Sopot. And over there is Gdańsk. Now, let me just flip up the screen. I don't know how well you guys can hear me. Like I said, it is really, really windy. It's October at the Baltic Sea, so it's cold, it's cold. But we are testing the wind muff on the Ace Pro 2, and I think that's a pretty damn cool feature. And the Action 5 Pro. Mia, come and say hi. Say something, because your voice is different. Say hello, how are you? My name is Mia. Right, now I'm on the walkway to the center of Sopot, next to the actual pier. I'm here with one of my best friends, David.
Hi.
He's also a YouTuber. You can find his channel right up here.
Right here. Right here's my channel. Like and follow.
Like, follow, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I think we look better from above.
Prank you or scare you.
Oh, here comes Mia. I can hear her.
You can see too much with this.
David is Mia's godfather. Oh! Look at how nice that looks. I don't know which one looks better, but I think both of them look absolutely stunning. Wow. So this is the DJI Action 5 Pro and the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 in their native low light modes. We have super night in the DJI, and on the Ace Pro 2 we have now an improved pure video mode, and this is what they look like. And we've specially chosen a very dark road that's not in the middle of the city, so we can have a look at what things look like.
Tilt up, let's see the clouds. Are you able to see the clouds?
Clouds, but we can have a look at those flares. Let's have a look. Oh, if we get it right here. How is this flaring? How is this flaring? The lenses are ridiculously clean. I did just polish them. And if we flip everything around, this is what we look like.
Pretty good, actually.
Are you ready for a little bit of a run test with me?
Oh God, no.
We just came from dinner, so we are full, like really full. But we could try it for you guys. On 3,
2,
3.
What?
All right.
Not that.
No.
Faster.
Faster. Okay.
Faster.
Ooh, it's got dark here. Right. So, how do they do, and which one has the most jitters? We have the Action 5 Pro on Sport, and we have the Ace Pro 2 on, well, it's normal stabilization with the low light on. So I'm interested to see which one won. that is pretty dark indeed. Wow. Right, so it is morning, we are up, and I just wanted to show you an example of what these two look like inside, and they're both on HDR. The Action 5 Pro has basically HDR on all the time, whereas the Ace Pro 2, I can turn HDR on and off. So at the moment it's on. Let me turn it off, and then I'll turn it back on again. Let me show you this. Right, so now I have turned HDR off on the Ace Pro, and you can see the sky outside is blown out. It looks, let's be honest, a little bit more natural. Right, so they are both now back on HDR, and this is what they look like. So you can see both have pretty good dynamic range when we're inside. Look at that. Right, so we are now in the pool. Check this place out. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at this. Right, so one thing we are going to test in here is the new underwater mode from Insta360. They have a dedicated one, just like they have a dedicated one for low light, and well, now there's the Action 5 Pro. They have one for underwater. So let me show you what this looks like underwater right now. I'm gonna go like, and yeah, I'll go underwater, why not? Right, didn't go very far, but now we're going to change to the aqua mode. Right, so what's happened now is that the Ace Pro 2 is in aqua mode, so it automatically locks the screen, so I can't really touch anything on it, and that's good because if you're underwater and the water's, you know, playing around with screen controls, that's really annoying and it could ruin your shot. The other thing is it kind of does this crazy thing on the screen. It looks pretty cool. Kind of goes blue, like this kind of avatar kind of thing. Now, it says it kind of fixes the colors as well, and it also goes into linear. So everything underwater looks pretty much, you know, clear, crystal clear, and more natural. So let's just dive under and have a look. Well, there you go. I cough every time I come up. And they are both on HDR, by the way, so we're underwater and we're on HDR. I'm going to flip around the other way and just show you a little bit of what everything looks like inside the pool. So there we go. And I'm going to brave the cold weather outside to go into the jacuzzi. So let's just take the card in case it doesn't open, and let's get out there. Now, this place is absolutely fantastic. Okay, it is cold. It is flipping cold out here, but this right here, this is what I want. And our room is at the very top. It's the 4th floor because it's one of the suites. And yeah, just look at this. That is exactly what we need. Oh my gosh, that is perfect. That is perfect. And you know, there's one thing that is important. In the shots when I was in the pool, I did one thing that Insta360 explicitly asked me not to do, and that was go underwater with the wind muff on. So now you know what it sounds like when I come in and out of the water with the wind muff on. But I've taken it off right now, so we're going to put it underwater, and we're going to see what it sounds like when I come out of the water with the camera now. So I'm going to show you my feet. That's about enough of my feet, and now I'm going to show you me. And this is what I look like and sound like with the cameras literally right out of the water. If I give them a blow, there you go, that might have got some of the water out. Now you can hear what it sounds like when I'm just I could be here all day, and if somebody would just keep on bringing me beers, this would be fantastic. So just in case you're wondering about the HDR effect, you know, on your face, this right here, this is it. I'm getting burnt by the sun, but I don't know what do they look bad, both of them. I hate HDR with a passion, especially in this kind of sunlight. It just makes things look so freaky. Whoa. My God, it smells horrendous. Whoa. Look at that. That's pretty incredible. Nice thatched roof house. Right, so standing in front of this thatched roof house, I just want you guys to have a look at the lens flares that the Action 5 Pro is making in the Ace Pro 2. That's what they look like. The DJI does this crazy line. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but yeah. Now that is a high contrast situation once again. How are they both dealing with it? So what do you guys think of these two cameras so far, huh? The sound, the how they handle high contrast situations. Are they similar? Are they different? I know the flares are different. You know, it's basically right now, you know, the two very similar cameras that do very well in a lot of situations, but they have tiny little things that make them different. Right, so if you're wondering what's in here, this is a Polish soup in a piece of bread, and it's delicious. Right, this path is literally pitch black. I cannot see where I'm going, but look, the sun's just gone down. It looks really beautiful, and you have these horses all staring at the lights from the cameras. Look at that. I don't know if you can see the horses, but they are right there in front of me. Right, and there's like a stable in this direction. I'm gonna run because I think everybody's waiting for me, but this is like a serious low light. Here we go. There's everybody. All right, let's see what this looks like. Whoa. Right, that's the stable in the dark. And here is a Polish flag, and it really is extremely dark. I'm not kidding. But this is what you're getting from both of these cameras. And basically everybody from my family and friends is running away, so they've had enough of me filming with these two cameras now. So yeah, time to turn them off and get back to the hotel. Right, this here is no doubt one of my favorite places on the Baltic Sea, and it's called Orłowo, and there's the cliff, and it's a nice place to walk around. I've done quite a few photo shoots here in the past, and you have a molo and bloody seagulls, and this is what 4K looks like. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to compare 4K to 8K. Right, we are now on 8K 25 frames per second on the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, and we are on 4K 25 frames per second on the DJI Action 5 Pro. And I mean, what can you see? Is there any difference like between the footage? Is there something like you can notice straight away? Pebbles, you guys want to have a look at pebbles? These are pebbles, yeah. One more thing I would like to touch on whilst we're here in one of my favorite places on the Baltic Sea is log. We now have log on the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, and we have D-Log M, so it's iLog and D-Log M on the Action 5 Pro. Now I have noticed that the iLog does seem a lot flatter, and I mean a lot flatter than D-Log M. D-Log M does kind of match to all the other cameras, the drones you have, but this is what they look like next to each other. So we are now back in standard, and both of them are working on HDR, normal mode. This is what it looks like when I film basically everything. We do have 10-bit on the Action 5 Pro and 8-bit on the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. I know some people will have some problems with that, but quite honestly, if I put these side by side, you would never, ever, ever, ever know. You wouldn't. You just would not be able to make, you know, a choice between the two and tell me which one is 10-bit and which one is 8-bit. It's impossible. I've tried it. I've looked. You just can't. Right, we are all now going to see David's studio, because David has a studio, a photo studio, a film studio in Sopot, and it's called Sunset Studio. He lived a long time in Hollywood. We finished cinematography together, and there you go. Look at that. It's right in here. Hello, is this Sunset Studio?
Come on in. Welcome. Welcome to my crib.
Wow. Here we are. Sunset Studio. How does it look on the Ace Pro? How does it look on the Action 5 Pro? I'm gonna go in. I don't care. I've never been here. I've been telling David I'm gonna be here like for years. But oh, very nice, David.
Thank you.
It's nice to finally be here. It is.
I'm here every day. I've been here since like 9 a.m. and it's Sunday. I'll be here till
working hard.
6 p.m. probably.
Photo studio, YouTube channel. This guy doesn't stop.
Oh yeah, take a look at this. Woo. Here we go.
And
Sunset Studio.
Here's David's fame wall. Interesting, interesting. Right, we are back and we are in Łódź. We had a great time in Sopot. But because Insta360 has dropped so many updates for this camera so far, I was filming in an older firmware version. They asked me very kindly if I could film a couple more things with a brand new firmware, so you guys can see that there have been improvements on the Ace Pro 2 in the highlights. They've improved the low light. They've basically done a whole lot of improvements just to make sure the camera is almost perfect for launch. I'm sure there are going to be more improvements along the way, but I'm out here and I basically just wanted to show you once again what they look like next to each other. Both of these cameras have had some really cool improvements over their previous gen versions, and you know, I like both of them and do a fantastic job. Right here is the hotel that once was Światowit. It's almost gone. They're getting rid of the last pieces, and I will also quickly compare the lenses for you. And I'm gonna do a little audio test. So I'm gonna do audio with the muff on, without the muff on, and with the DJI Mic 2 connected. The Action 5 does have the extra plus that it can connect to Mic 2s, but I know that Insta360 has something up its sleeve that hopefully will come out maybe before launch or maybe just after. Ooh, there's a bit of sun. So we have this low autumn sun right now. It's harsh. In fact, I was filming with the DJI Air 3S last night, and it basically had a hard time with this kind of with this light. But I'm wondering how these two cameras compare with the harsh low autumn sun and the shadows, because there are a lot of shadows at this time of the day, because I think we're about an hour away from sunset. What do you guys think? Is there a massive difference now that we have both cameras almost at perfection? I'm really happy with both of them. I'm gonna be honest. I think both of them are fantastic, and I think Insta360 and DJI have done a great job. Right now they're both on HDR, 25 frames per second, 4K, and we do have face detection on the Insta360, which is something that the Action 5 Pro doesn't have, which is odd because it can, you know, follow and track. This is another thing I want to test, and that is the bitrate on the DJI Action 5 Pro. I know people have been moaning, but I have a difficult situation here. So I have trees. Sometimes the Action 5 has this kind of green trumpet flare, which could annoy some people. And it does come out in certain places, but I've heard that DJI are meant to do an update for the bitrate problem, which people call it. I don't really find it to be a problem. I don't see it to be something negative, because, you know, I don't think it's something that you notice too badly. And, you know, new technology and everything, it's not a problem. But is it something that you guys notice in the trees above me? Is there a difference between the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 and the DJI Action 5 Pro when it comes to, you know, to trees and stuff? I don't know. I haven't noticed it. I really haven't. But some people have been moaning about that. Both of them fantastic cameras, I'm telling you. They're both great. Whoa. Oh, that really isn't for knees of my age. I'm actually surprised that DJI hasn't added a tracking for the face, so it tracks the face and exposes for the face, because the Insta360 has a tracker and it tracks my face. I've got this yellow box around my face and it's basically exposing from my face, whereas the DJI is matrix exposing everything. So that's a little bit different, and they are still both on HDR, but I guess it's giving priority to my face on the Insta360, which is pretty cool. Anyway, bitrate problem? Anything? No? Right, let's do one of my favorite tests, and that is the flickering test. There is normally a lot of flickering in here, but both these cameras seem to do a good job. And look at that, we can almost see everything outside. That is impressive, very impressive. Let's see, interior to exterior. Wow, good job. Both of them did a good job right there. Fantastic. So now we're going to do a couple of audio tests, and I am on the brand new firmware for the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 the very first time, which actually gives us external microphones capability. So via the C port, you know, USB-C port connection, we can now use the Rode Wireless Go 2, Wireless Pro, Wireless Me, the DJI mic, and the DJI Mic 2, which is absolutely fantastic. So just like the DJI Action 5 Pro, yeah, we can just stick it in the USB port and we can have the wireless mics working from DJI, which I have right here, and we will test that in a second. Anyway, let's do the test with Wim Hof. This is how the Wim Hof sounds like on the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. This is what the DJI Action 5 Pro sound like with just normal, you know, well, itself really, it doesn't have a Wim Hof. Both of these are on wind reduction, but with the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, you can also do voice enhancement and you can do stereo. It's got a whole load of features. Both of them can be connected wirelessly, believe it or not, to the DJI Mic 2, which is fantastic. You cannot do that with the GoPro. I'm going to take off the Wim Hof right now and test it with the Wim Hof off. There we go, and this is what it sounds like with the actual little Wim Hof off. And by the way, if you did get this wet, which I did in my video, all you have to do is put it to your lips, give it a really good hard blow, and all the water comes out. You can do it on both sides, and basically it's a little sponge, so that's really quick and easy to dry. Now what we're going to do is we're going to connect the wireless mic, and after that we're going to connect separately, because I don't have space on this little setup, the DJI Mic 2 via the USB-C, so you can see what that sounds like. So now I have connected the DJI Mic 2 to the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, and with this brand new update, which is actually the update that is going to come out with the launch, we now have levels, so I can see on top of the screen the levels going up and down, so I know when I'm a little bit too quiet and I know when I'm getting really loud. So that's really fantastic. Let's listen to it on the Action 5 Pro now. We now have the DJI Mic 2 connected to the Action 5 Pro, and I can also see levels on the front screen, which is really great. And it is native because it is DJI with DJI, so it's probably going to sound a little bit different. If it's better or not, that's up to you guys. Does it sound better? And what we're going to do now is going to connect the actual mic with the USB-C on the side to it, first to the Insta360, then to the Action 5 Pro, and see what that sounds like. So I have now connected the DJI Mic 2 RX to the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, and I have the DJI Mic 2 here, and it's really good. If you guys don't understand what's going on, it means that I can walk away, and no matter how far I go, the audio is going to sound basically the same as high quality, as clear as it would be if I'm standing next to the camera. So this means that you have the flexibility to walk away, and it's fantastic that Insta360 have worked so hard to make sure that this update is out for launch, meaning that you can use all your Rode mics and your DJI mics, connect them via USB-C, no cables, none of that stuff, and it works right out of the box. Now I have connected the DJI mic to RX to the DJI Action 5 Pro, and this is what it sounds like. I can see levels on the front of the screen, just like in the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. Mind you, it's funny, it is native, but it doesn't fit in that USB slot as nicely as it does on the Ace Pro 2, which is odd. You do have to take both doors off to get these guys working, which is, you know, it's a little bit of an annoyance, but it works, and you can, you know, record, and you can also go back and talk over here, and it's going to sound exactly the same as it did over there. Another great thing that Insta360 has added is dirty lens detection. So if your lens is dirty, you're on a motorbike or you're skiing downhill and you have dirt and you don't know it, the camera will let you know. This is ultra wide on the DJI, and this is action view on the Insta360. This is wide on the DJI and mega view on the Insta360. This is de-warped on both these cameras. Both these cameras are now on de-warp. This is de-warped on the DJI and linear on the Insta360. This has all been done without stabilisation on to give you the 100% and total raw effect of these lenses. And here are the flamingos. Lights are off, and they probably are going to go to sleep for Christmas and hopefully never come back here again. Right, so this is currently the new firmware on the DJI Action 5 Pro with the high bitrate, and the latest firmware on the Insta360 Ace Pro. So we have Super Night mode with high bitrate and the Ace Pro 2. Now this is extremely low light, and I think I can see on the screen in the Ace Pro to the corner of the sky. Let's see if I can see the car. It's pretty dark next to the car, but there might be a little bit of light. It's very windy here today, and the moon is just up over there behind the trees. It is very dark. Oh, there's the car. Let's have a look at the fields from here. Somebody just turned the light on for us. Wow. And this is me. Don't know if you guys can see me in this kind of weather. It is freaking cold out here. Freaking cold.